Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's runs. So today is Thursday and we're now in week 15 of North Downs Way 100 training, and there's only 5 weeks to go now until the big day. So starting to get really excited. Yeah, just can't wait to get on that start line now. So let's talk about training so far, what we've been up to. So on Monday I went out for 20 kilometers to start this week, and there was a little bit of a plan behind Monday's run. So I did 20k with about 500 meters of ascent, and I was also wearing the full kit. So I had my pack on with everything inside it, all the mandatory gear, loaded up with loads of fuel and nutrition, and yeah, just basically carried that for 20k. Didn't really need to eat anything or drink much, but it was just to get used to carrying the weight, because I thought that would be very useful at this late stage in the training block. And then on Tuesday I followed Monday's run up with another decent effort. So I did 24 kilometers on the trails with the Guildford trail runners, and that had about 700 meters of ascent. Once again, fully loaded pack, all the kit, just to get used to carrying that weight. So the plan behind those two runs was to basically do sort of 2 back-to-back decent length efforts rather than doing one big long run. So obviously still coming back from this injury, I didn't want to do anything too drastic, so I thought by splitting those up that would probably be beneficial. And I'm pleased to say that absolutely zero pain in my knee from either one of those runs. So yeah, a really positive start to week 15. So Wednesday, no running, complete rest day with just the odd bit of foam rolling, you know, massage gun, stretching, all that kind of stuff to keep the ITB in check. And that brings us on to today. So Thursday has been my strength and conditioning day. So I'm on my way back now actually from the Clarendon outside gym equipment that I've been using over the last couple of weeks. Just did my regular session on there, half an hour on the equipment, and I've already done 5k's worth of running to get to the gym. And I'm now on my way back along the River Way here, back to Merrow. So I'm looking at currently just under 7.5 kilometers so far, and I'm probably going to be around about 10-ish, maybe 11 by the time I get back. So probably going to be about 10 miles for this evening or thereabouts. So yeah, quite a decent session for Thursday as well. So plan for this weekend, I'm going to get out onto the North Downs Way and do a little bit of a recce. So if you weren't aware, this year the North Downs Way 100 has had a slight route change because the Medway Bridge is unfortunately closed to pedestrians, because I think they're repairing the sort of barrier between the road and the footbridge. So yeah, there's no way we can get across that way. So the course has been redirected across another bridge, slightly different point over the Medway. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a little recce from Rougham all the way to Bluebell Hill via that new sort of redirected course section, just to get a feel for what that's going to be like. So yeah, that's the plan for Saturday. So I'll leave you guys now, and then I'll catch up with you on Saturday morning when we'll be running on the North Downs Way between Rougham and Bluebell Hill. So I'll see you again in a second. Good morning, and here we are on the North Downs Way, walking up this rather wonderful hill. No idea what this hill's called. I do remember running this during the Omen. Well, I say running it, I walked it during the Omen as well, but no idea what it's called. Maybe we'll find out at the top. But as I say, plan for today, already mentioned, Rougham to Bluebell Hill. So I'm about 2k outside of Rougham now, and yeah, aim is to get to Bluebell Hill. Well, just past Bluebell Hill actually. But yeah, so a bit of a nightmare this morning as well with logistics getting to Rougham. So we left at 4 AM, me and my dad, to get here, and the plan was to drop my car at Bluebell Hill, and then he was going to drive me back to Rougham and drop me there, which he did. But unfortunately there was an incident on the M26 and it was gridlocked, so they shut the motorway for about an hour this morning. So yeah, we're already an hour behind with the schedule, but that's okay, we're going to get it done. kind of glad in a way, because it's meant that the rain has stopped, which is good because it was quite heavy rain earlier on today. So yeah, we've got none of that to contend with at the moment, and hopefully it will last. And we're approaching the top of this hill and find out what it's called. But yeah, it just goes on and on. This is also about the 100-kilometre mark, I do believe, in the race. So currently on the GPX I've got 62k to go from this hill, so I'll bookmark that as a reference for later on. Yeah, anyway, right, let's get to the top of this, see if we can find out what this monster's called, and then we'll crack on to Bluebell Hill. There we go, Root and Water there, National Trust. I'm not sure that's the name of the hill or the area. That's where it is anyway. Anyway, that's it. Let's get cracking. Bluebell Hill, here we come. Just gone past Holly Hill aid station, and here comes the rain. Luckily we're under the trees right now, so I don't really fancy putting on the jacket today because it is still quite warm. So hopefully it's just a little shower and it won't last. But yeah, we're about to come up to the section where it deviates off the regular North Downs Way route, so we'll keep an eye out on the GPX. Hey, the sun's back again. The sun is back again. Look at it, it's over there. Go away, dark cloud. Go away. Okay, so here we are at the start of the diversion then. So North Downs Way is there and it heads off that way, but the diverted route heads on this way. So when you approach from this direction and you get to that finger post, take a right and not a left. I accidentally went down there a second ago, so I probably added on a couple of 100 meters onto my run. So I should have been paying attention to the GPX, like I said. We're going down this way. So off we go. Now, while I'm thinking about this, I just want to make a huge shout out to Mike, 30-something Mike, who's actually put together a little sort of recce video of this route. And so if you want to see this in a little bit more detail, please go and check out his channel. I'll put a link to the video somewhere up the top and also down in the description for you guys to go and check it out. So if you want to see sort of like a little bit more in-depth turn by turn kind of stuff with a little bit more detail about the route, please do check out his channel in the links below. Right, onwards now down to the Medway Valley, down this steep overgrown track, and then on to Bluebell Hill. Absolutely stunning views. There's the Medway Bridge over there in the distance. The bridge we're going to cross over. It's just at the bottom of the hill. Wow, awesome. I hope I get to see these on race day. I really do. Right, so I'm just running through the village of Waltham, and from this point we've got about 49 kilometres to the end of the race. So yeah, it really does put it into perspective just how much of a beast this thing's going to be. Right, so we're out of Waltham now, just ascending the side of Bluebell Hill, I do believe. And yeah, this climb up here is definitely steeper, but I think it's slightly shorter, because when you go across the Medway on the original route, the climb up to Bluebell Hill through the fields and along the country lane is quite long, but it's not particularly steep. And this is sort of like the opposite end of the spectrum, really. But I think anything after 100 kilometres, regardless of what type of hill it is, it's going to feel like Everest. So yeah. Alright, so here we are at Bluebell Hill viewpoint. So somewhere in this car park on the day is going to be the aid station. Don't know where, but some absolutely stunning views out here. Amazing. Really glad that the rain has stayed away today. But we come back out of here now. We're going to carry on a little bit further down the hill. And then, yeah, the car's parked down there in a lay-by. So we're going to crack on. We're going to get to Kit's Cootie House, which is where I finished the Omen. So if you didn't see that race vlog from last year, actually, I'll put a link to that one above so you can go and check that out. But that was 110 kilometres along the North Downs Way, and that finished where I'm going to finish today as well. So let's plough on for a little bit and get there. Woo! All right, and here it is, Kit's Cootie House. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. And look at that, beautiful views. Oh, wow, that is the North Downs Way there, everybody. Disappearing off all around there, back off into the distance. Amazing. So I'll leave you guys here for today. That concludes my little recce run of the route diversion. But I really enjoyed that, actually, so nothing to worry about. If you are running the North Downs Way 100 this year, don't worry about the diversion. It's a lovely little route. I think it's 2k shorter the whole course because of that diversion. And to be honest, them climbs, not too bad, but I'm sure, as I said earlier, after 100k it will probably seem like Everest. But anyway, I'll leave you here for now. I'll put up on the screen the stats from today's run and also how I've done in total for the week. Tomorrow, Junior Park run with Zachary, that's going to be happening, so a little bit more running still to do this week, but the stats are up on the screen for you to take a look at anyway. Once again, please go and check out Mike's video about that course rerouting, whatever you want to call it. He's got a more in-depth video about the route. So yeah, that's about it for now. If you liked today's video, guys, please press the like button, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more running videos like this. So that's it, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all in another video. Peace.